Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just dropped, and people are already losing their minds. A certain casting rumor has the internet completely split, and the Batman Part 2 might be about to take a much bigger swing than anyone expected. And that's just the beginning, because we've got a stacked lineup of updates, trailers, and wild moves to break down today on Fandomentals. Hey, hey.
Hey, we are on episode 69. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so excited that we're able to get back in the studio because last week, we were in Hannibal.
Yeah.
So we're back.
Yeah, it feels good for me to be back in mine, too. Like, to have a comfy chair, and I feel secure. I'm back in my comfort area.
I'm in my safe space.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need a giant beanbag, and then I'll be set. But, yeah, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, especially Spider-Man Brand New Day, so we'll go ahead and get kicked off with Marvel.
Let's go.
So this trailer didn't just show up, it completely kicked the door off the hinges.
We finally got our Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and my dude,
Man.
it's good. It's so good. They cooking. They're like, oh, let me throw a
Yeah.
little bit of oregano in there,
Yeah. A little
and
cayenne, too.
a little bit of paprika, But anyway,
And doing it like this.
it's okay. But it completely broke records. The last
Yeah.
time that a trailer broke records was Daredevil and Wolverine, or not Daredevil, sorry, Deadpool. Oh my God, Deadpool and Wolverine.
They both got red suits, and they both start with a D.
And they're both a Marvel at least,
Right.
so I'm halfway there. I'm like, But dude, the trailer, it's good. Like
Yeah.
you feel the emotion of what Peter's going through and the fact that like nobody knows who he is. He's definitely getting beat up. He's definitely bruised. But yeah, what were your thoughts?
I am like so excited about this. So like I always get hyped up for Spider-Man movies. I feel like Spider-Man's one of those. I don't care what side of the fence you are on or what favorite characters you have. Everybody gets excited for Spider-Man. This is probably the most hyped Spider-Man trailer I think I've seen. Even bigger than No Way Home for me.
Yeah.
I
do agree
know
with that. Yeah.
there was, the great nostalgia of the old characters and villains and Spider-Man, which, is kind of a thing in itself.
Well, we didn't get those in the trailer. We got those in the actual movie.
Yeah, but we got like Doc Ock though, and I think Goblin was in the trailer, so like that was still really cool. But this is probably the most hype I've been for a Spider-Man trailer, and like I said, and I get hyped for all of them. It's great. You mentioned how it beat Deadpool Wolverine. Deadpool Wolverine, by the way, I think was like 386 million views, which was like a huge thing. I mean, that was a huge record. This literally did over 700 million views. It over doubled Deadpool Wolverine. And everybody kind of questioned and was like, that's kind of weird, but sure, we'll take it. Or they're going to drop little still shots with content creators, let content creators share them a couple of days beforehand.
It was the day prior, yeah.
Or a day prior. It obviously worked. I mean, something worked very, very well for this. And I don't know, the trailer I thought was so great. It did a really good job of giving us so much, but not too much to where we still have really no idea about what's going on in a lot of things.
Yeah, because we see in the trailer we get to see Punisher and Bruce Banner.
Yes.
So all of those like rumors that Bruce Banner got cut from Spider-Man, now we know that those are absolutely false. Because he was actually in the trailer itself. Yeah, I was really happy with how it played out. We were talking on the phone the day that it came out, and I was talking about like something that I'm going to share like now is that I was thinking that, like, you got this whole like deep like darkness, the depression really, that you're seeing in Daredevil,
Hmm.
and Thunderbolts, and you kind of get it a little bit now and also in Spider-Man, and it's like all leading up to this crux of Doomsday, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really liking this because
Mm.
nothing is happy rainbows and sunshine before an apocalypse.
Right.
Um, so like having this like darkness really play through all of the characters and all of them having their team up moments really
Hmm.
is really exciting.
Yeah, no, I love how you brought that up the other day because I never thought about it until you did. I'm like, there's a lot of people who kind of complain about the continuity not being there in the multiverse saga like it was in Infinity. But you're right,
Hmm.
100%. Like that. I mean, everybody's down on their luck right now. But
Hmm.
there's a lot more stuff tying in than I think a lot of people realize.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely love the. I love the Punisher back and forth little banter. It obviously seems like they know each other. So I think, since this is taking place 4 years after No Way Home,
Hmm.
I think we're going to get I think we're going to get like some flashbacks or some little ideas of like how they've known each other now.
Okay.
Like because I mean they're talking, like they definitely have known each other.
Hmm.
But then also, what's wild is we see all these different scenes with all these villains.
Hmm.
You have Scorpion that's in this. You see Tarantula that's in this. You see Boomerang that's in this. You see the
Hmm.
Hand that's in this.
Hmm.
And then we get Tramel Tillman, I think, from Severance, who a lot of people are trying to figure out who his character is going to be. There's different rumors. A lot of people are saying that he's going to be like an anti-mutant type person.
Hmm.
Eric Voss from New Rockstars says that he thinks that he's going to be the MCU's William Stryker, which I think that's
Hmm.
interesting. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Either one's cool. I think William Stryker would be cool. That never thought crossed my mind until I
Yeah.
watched their breakdown of it. But
Hmm.
I think though where we see like Boomerang, Tarantula, the Hand, I think a lot of that is just going to be flashbacks to catch us up to what he's been up to over the past 4 years. I think
Okay.
a lot of that's going to be like just real quick scenes of showing some battles he's done and kind of the evolution of where he's at now. That way
Kind
we're
of
not
like how
just
they
like,
did in Fantastic Four.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly. I could be wrong, but one thing that New Rockstars pointed out was like the way those scenes are filmed with those villains. It looks very different.
Hmm.
They didn't say that that's what they thought it would be, but that's what I think it would be. I think it's going to be kind of like Fantastic Four, where where John Malkovich's character, which we didn't see, and him fighting the apes, and then
Hmm.
Mole Man and stuff like that with this big character. So yeah, I think that's what that's going to be. Do you think everybody's going crazy thinking the scene where he's jumping at the Hand and the Hand's jumping up at him? People are saying that there's other characters edited out. Do you think that they would pull that stunt twice in a row?
Yes. I mean, like, I definitely think that there is something that is edited out, or
Yeah,
at least two things that are edited out.
I have a theory.
Just 'cause, we do see the whole like tank scene from like the subconscious traveling from the old woman to the
Yeah,
soldier to the other soldier.
yeah,
We see that like, and even in New Rockstars, they talked about how like Scorpion looks like he's saying something, but what we're hearing isn't matching up with
yes,
his lips.
yes.
So like, all right, cool. So clearly something is happening. Maybe it's like a blur in his memory, kind of something to do with Doctor Strange's spell. I don't really know, what it could be, but I do think that things have been edited out. Edited out?
Yeah.
Yeah, of the trailer. What's your theory
So
though?
my theory here, and this is more of I think just what I would like to see, but it also makes sense though. It makes sense.
Hmm.
So if you see Spider-Man coming down, you kind of see like a group of them focusing on him, and he's focused on them. But there's a little bit of group here, and it looks like they're kind of focusing like underneath him.
Hmm.
What if this is also just a flashback, kind of like we get the scenes I was talking about with these characters he's fought, but it's just kind of let us know where he's at over the past 4 years. He's actually built a fighting relationship, just like he's known Punisher, also with Daredevil. Daredevil and the
Hmm.
Hand, they kind of tie. So what I think that's I would love to see that Tim and Daredevil behind him both jumping at the Hand, and we just get to
Hmm.
see that's one of the many things he's done over the past 4 years is fought side by side with
Yeah.
Daredevil against the Hand at one point in time, along with
Yeah.
all these other villains at different times. I think that would be cool, and it would make sense.
Yeah. 100%. Like I do think that eventually we will get Daredevil with Spider-Man, or even like we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, Kingpin. After
Yeah,
like he even said like in his interview, he's like, "Oh
yeah,
no, it's not gonna happen because of rights issues." Like, okay, cool, sure.
yeah,
I don't believe you, but anyway, I am excited that we are going to be able to watch Daredevil, and that is going to lead directly into
yeah, yeah,
Spider-Man with the timeline. And then I think that after Spider-Man comes out is when we're supposed to get the Punisher one shot, which is probably a
hmm
little bit of more information that we're gonna get.
yeah. Do you think the Punisher one shot will take place after Spider-Man, Brand New Day, or do you think it'll be a storyline before it? It's a short window of his story before it.
Hmm. It's a good question. I think it's gonna be kind of like a little bit of before and during, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think that like it's gonna really focus on Punisher a lot, like this movie. But we're gonna see kind of like how they interacted before Spider-Man Brand New Day that led us into maybe
hmm
their alliance or something that's going to come
Yeah,
out of this.
that makes sense. So Sadie Sink, what's your theory? There's so many. The internet's in an uproar, fighting with each other.
They are. I don't know, man. Like I just want to be quiet about it until I know.
I'm
You
gonna
know,
be.
like
I'm gonna honestly be like this. I don't care who she is. I don't care what
I
characters.
know that that's exactly how I
I'm
feel
just happy
that
she's
she's in it.
there,
Yeah.
and whoever she is, that's cool. I'm here for it. So
Yeah, and we know that whatever her character is, it's coming back in Secret War. So like clearly it's probably a big part of something, part of the story.
mhm.
Because right after Secret War is when we get the Mutant Saga, which I'm feeling like she's probably also going to be in. But that's kind of like where I'm sitting in the field of things is just like I think
Yeah.
that she's got a big piece of something that they're working on.
So like the whole everybody's saying, the Jean Grey thing. I think it's so
Mm.
weird for them to want to bring Jean Grey into this movie.
Hmm.
But at the same time, like I would love for Sadie Sink to be our new Jean Grey for the Mutant Saga. It
Hmm.
just doesn't make sense to me to be brought into Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I liked how they talked about it in the new Rockstars
hmm
breakdown that like it makes sense to bring her in now so that they can evolve her character
Yeah,
for the Mutant Saga to be where they wanted it to be. So I don't know, like
yeah.
I don't
They were
know, especially because like when we saw the girl on the bus, everybody's like, "Oh, that's Rogue." Like
God
I don't know
no,
how much of a like stretch that is.
so,
I would
so
feel like
reaching.
that is a reach just because of the hair.
Yeah,
But I don't know, man. Like
I think
if
like they did
we,
it on purpose just to mess with people, like that girl's hair.
yeah, yeah. But I also think that like maybe we are gonna get a little bit more of mutants like in every
hmm
movie that we see now,
Sure.
just because of what it is leading up to. And we know that in Doomsday we do have mutants, from the Fox universe. So I'm excited to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, so I kind of like go back to what you were saying about New Rockstars theory. If this was to be Jean Grey, I actually liked their theory of how this would make sense, and it's to kind of like let her get the Phoenix Force power during Secret
Hmm.
Wars, and then let that be depleted after Secret Wars, and so that's
Hmm.
out of the way, so she doesn't end up suffering from the failed attempts of the Phoenix storytelling that we've seen in X-Men 3, which was awful. And then
Oof.
Sophie
And
Turner,
the Dark
she
Phoenix.
she
Yeah.
she suffered from it. The Dark Phoenix. So
Hmm.
it would be cool to get that out of the way through Secret Wars somehow, and maybe that's one of the big things that help them save whatever they got to do for Secret Wars, and then they can just focus on Jean Grey and the rest of the X Men because there's plenty of other stories and stuff to tell,
Yeah.
and for her character without the Phoenix, having to bring in the Phoenix. So
Hmm.
I actually really really like that idea, and to me, if she is Jean Grey, that's the only thing that I think makes sense that I hope to go about. But then there's a part of me too. It's like I think people are jumping the gun, and then part of me is like I don't think it's Jean Grey.
Yeah, no, I mean we even talked about how she could be Punisher's like sidekick or whatever, and maybe that
Yeah,
whole subconscious like transferring thing is something else. Like, I don't know.
Well, see,
I'm just excited to see what
yeah.
she is.
Well, then there's also the whole rumor that she's going to be that villain for Spider-Man 2, that Spider-Woman type thing, whatever. Which I don't think she's that. I don't know. But then part of me is like, I don't know. What's is it just an evolution and adaptation in Tom Holland's, Peter Parker's stage to where he's, doing this mutation, or is there something that's been done by somebody to actually initiate and spark that happening? So I don't know.
Or
There's
is
just
it
so
the
many
lead up
questions.
to Doomsday that he knows, like his spidey senses are overreacting and preparing
Yeah,
him for what's coming, that he's having this
yeah.
mutation happen.
So another thing too is we hear the voice talking about the 3 cycles of a spider,
Hmm.
and everybody's saying it's Keith David. Keith David's
Hmm.
been rumored for a while to be in this, as we all know, the voice of Goliath from Gargoyles. But he's rumored to be the Doc Connors, the lizard, in this.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you who's. I think it is Keith David because he has a very distinct voice. But there's a person who kind of sounds similar to him in that, and I thought it was freaking Bill Foster, Goliath, from Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
He's Lawrence Fishburne. I thought
Mm.
that's to me who it sounded like, and I'm like that made sense because he's a scientist and he knows all these things, and he has a very distinct voice too that sounds similar to that. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is Keith David probably, but I just thought it would be cool if they had a little bit more tie-in to some of the passings, just like him, working with asking for Banner's help.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we
We'll see
still don't
about
get to
that.
see Tombstone in this. So like,
No, we
there's
still,
so much we still don't get to see.
but what we did get to see is some organic webbing, which was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. This whole mutation thing is super cool. Like I am so happy for this. Uh, I don't know if we'll see him actually turn into Man Spider. That's going to be like some hellacious CGI. It would be cool if we got to see that. That's something
Hmm.
I stuck with me since the '90s animated series as a kid. I thought it was so cool. Peter grows 6 arms, and then he
Hmm.
actually goes from a human with 6 arms to then grow into this grotesque, hairy spider creature
Ooh.
called Man Spider, and then he goes
Yeah.
back. But I don't know. I've always thought that would be cool to see that done in live action, and I don't know. We'll see what happens because there's
I think,
also so many theories on what's going on with his eyes and stuff on this too.
yeah. Yeah. My thought was like the whole like Venom line and stuff like
Hmm.
that, like a symbiote type thing. But what I also want to talk about is the fact that we do get to see Ned and MJ
Mm.
in this trailer, and then we also kind of see a little bit of them like conspiracying about like who Spider-Man is because
Yeah.
they're still interested and they don't like know what they used to know, and now they're like, I don't know why I'm so attached to this, but I need to know. And then we get to see uh Tom, or not Tom, but Peter and MJ, like in that scene, real quick, and you don't know what they're saying or anything, but
And then the other love interest of MJ's that we don't know who he's playing, which is the guy who plays Ezra Bridger, or is that right,
yeah,
Bridger? Yeah, and
I think so. Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's people saying that he could be this guy named Paul from the comics, and then there's also people wondering if this is going to be the Harry
Harry
Osborn.
Osborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
I don't know. He's a pretty good actor and like a up and coming name. I think for them to do a character like Paul. So I think
Hmm.
it would be cool. I think I would. I think I would like to see him as a Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know because then he would eventually have to become friends with Peter,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
But
interesting.
there's always those weird love triangles in the comics and cartoons and stuff. So and like
That's true.
Harry and Peter's always had a thing for MJ. So I don't know. The trailer is amazing though. It's so good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Man, there's just so many questions. And what are we about 4 months out?
Yeah, July 31st is when it comes out, and it's
Yeah,
March. So
yeah.
yeah.
I'm so excited. Couldn't be more happy. Daniel Destin Cretton. I think we was talking about this the other day. I think it's so good that they picked him. For one, he did amazing in Shang-Chi, but then just this whole new chapter of Spider-Man's life. I think it looks amazing. It's got that feel. The cinematography in the trailer looks great. But I think it's good that John Watts took a break just for a simple fact that was just such a happy, cheerful Peter. We definitely
Yeah.
didn't need that vibe to kind of come into this. And I think it would be kind of hard to maybe kind of differentiate with him being so involved with the creation of Peter and who he was all the way up all the way up until now.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. Yeah. You got anything else?
No.
No, nope, nope. Yeah. So anyway, Spider-Man Brand New Day, July 31st. Can't wait to see what other trailers we get because we know there's a lot more coming. This was just a first of many. Just hopefully it doesn't give away too much. I don't want to. I don't want to know too much.
Right.
But let's see. So Marvel just laid out the schedule for The Man Without Fear.
We finally got a Daredevil Born Again season 2 release schedule, and on the 24th we're getting the first 2 episodes, and then oh no, we're not. Oh, I must have misread. My bad. I must have seen something
Oh
else.
no! I actually think you're right. I don't know. Huh?
I Yeah.
The first 2
I
episodes
saw
we're getting
that
on
the
the
first
same
2
day.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
was
then
the
it's a single
24th.
release after that.
Yeah.
I apologize. I probably pulled a wrong thing. So yeah.
It's okay. No, it's all good. So I'm super excited for that. You know, we're 2 days away from it coming
Yes.
out, and I'm excited to see who all we get in it. Because I don't think it's just going to be Jessica Jones that we're going to get. And we might get a little
Yeah.
bit of like Luke Cage or something, because that's been like the teaser and rumor for a while. So I'm excited to see if it's actually true or not.
Yeah, same. And each trailer they keep releasing a little bit more clips. They're all pretty similar, but like a little bit of twist. And like, oh my god, they just keep hyping it up. It looks so good. Also, another people are like sparking and talking on the internet is guy that plays Danny Rand, Iron Fist. He just
Mm.
posted on his Instagram working out in a gym in New York where they are actually filming season 3 right now.
I mean, he's been part of that rumor mill. Luke
Yeah.
Cage is more of a like closer, I think, to
Oh yeah,
being in
yeah.
Daredevil, but they have said that Iron Fist is kind of another rumor that is
Hmm.
eventually coming back. And it would be cool to see like him actually come back as like Iron Fist and get
Yeah.
his actual like role
Redemption.
to yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people be hating on that guy.
I don't hate on the guy. It's just I couldn't get into the Iron Fist
Hmm.
uh series because
Yeah,
I was just like, okay.
yeah, it's all right. It's
Yeah. That's how I
ish.
felt.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is something that we've talked about many, many times. But this might be like the one step a little bit closer in the direction. But sometimes a rumor sounds crazy, and right up until it starts sounding possible, though.
So we've been talking about Ghost Rider for a while, right? And we've been
Yeah.
talking about who's been all rumored and everything. But the newest rumor that has come out of the gates due to an interview is Ryan Gosling. He said that he had some discussions already with Feige, but it's a complicated situation. So people are theorizing that he's a part of Doomsday, and that's why he can't talk about it because it's a complicated situation, and he's being very careful and cautious about what he says because of the
Hmm.
NDAs and stuff that they sign. Um, but I could see this. Like I could see him as a Ghost Rider. I mean, I love
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. So,
So this theory has been around for so long, and this has been my favorite fan cast for Ghost Rider, and who I've been wanting to play Ghost Rider, because I think originally he had the rumor was he was also in talks for Ghost Rider, and he was in talks to play Nova, and I think they ended up scratching the Nova thing off. But Ghost Rider rumor has never went away, and this is the first time that he's actually confirmed something like he's even been any kind
mhm.
of anything verbally talked to them. So, man, I want this to happen so bad. I think he would be such
Yeah.
a good Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. A little different take than we got to see on live action ever before.
Yeah. And this happened on a podcast. It was like the Happy, Sad, Confused, I think,
Oh
podcast.
yeah, Josh Horowitz, I
Um,
think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't been able to watch it yet, but I do want to eventually get around to watching it because he said a lot of things in that podcast, the
Hmm.
45 minutes that he was talking to the interviewer, and this was one of the things that he had said. So I'm like, ooh,
Hmm.
I want to like see his
Yeah.
facial expression and everything as to
Right.
like
His body movement,
how he
how he
said it.
does he
Yes.
shift or
Mm,
yeah. Yeah. Man, I hope this happens. I like Ryan Gosling. I think he's a great actor. There's not hardly any role I think that he's played that I've thought was bad. So
I still haven't seen Barbie. I'm gonna be honest.
you're not miss. I am
Okay.
unpopular opinion. I catch so much heat for saying this. I just was not that intrigued by it, and like I went excited to go watch it. Like I was
Okay.
excited. I love Margot Robbie. I love Ryan Gosling, and I just didn't see the hype. And I'm a pretty open-minded person that loves a wide variety of things on screen, and
Mm.
I just didn't. It just didn't do it for me.
No, it's okay. At least you watched it. Like I couldn't give you my opinion even if I wanted to at this point because I haven't even tried to watch it. I keep putting it on my list on like HBO to things to
Yeah,
watch, and then I've watched something else. So
I do love his SNL stuff where he's always talking about him being Ken, and he doesn't like always making jokes about it.
yeah,
But
that is
yeah,
true. He's a good monologuer, and the one that he recently did with Harry Styles was really funny as well.
but so Marvel just started moving dates around again, and that usually means a much bigger board is being arranged.
We got some Marvel release dates due to like Marvel talking about their release dates for a couple of other things. So there was a February 18th, 2028 movie that got moved to July 28th, 2028, and then they added May 4th of 2029 and July I had 28th as a 13th
Oh,
of 2029.
I
I don't
don't.
know.
I,
Anyway, it's in
there's no
July.
telling. They'll probably be moved again from whatever they are. They'll
Yeah.
probably be moved again, as we know.
But these are all untitled movies, so we have no idea what they're going to be. And the suspense and the anticipation of what it possibly could be is like,
Yeah,
ooh.
yeah, and I think this is just going to be some. You think it's all going to be mutant related, or you think there's going to be some other stuff mixed in?
I think there's going to be some other stuff mixed in because we still
Hmm.
don't have a Shang-Chi date. We don't have,
Mm.
we had that untitled Wanda project that she was supposed to be in. We
Yeah,
still don't know what that is. Doctor Strange still doesn't have a date
yeah,
for his next movie, and we know all of those things are happening. And they haven't been canned, unlike Blade. So at least we have those ones to look forward to, at this point.
right. Yeah, no, I don't know. As long as they're throwing more dates out there, I'm happy. Because it's been a minute, I think, since we've heard about new dates. I mean, it's been a
Mhm.
couple years, I think, since we've heard about new dates. So that just makes me
Well,
happy that we're finally getting some dates. Oh, go ahead.
we're supposed to get D23 this year, right?
Is that this year? I think
I think
so.
that's this year.
Is
Yeah.
that every other year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's every other year. So I think that D23 is this year. So we'll
We should
probably
get
hear
a.
some more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably present that slate that they usually do.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hope. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
and unveil some surprise new titles, hopefully.
Yes. That and maybe even some like photos or something because that's usually around July timeframe. So it should be right around Brand New Day coming out, I think.
You talking
Um,
about D23?
I
It's in
think
August.
D23 was in
Yeah,
July. Oh, is it August? Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you usually
Because
have
SDCC is before.
you have SDCC, and then it's like a week goes by, and then the second week is D23, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
Cool.
usually a couple weeks after SDCC.
Okay. So that'll be right after Brand New Day then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which makes it even that more like,
Right.
ooh, what are we gonna get?
Because we don't know what's going to be unveiled in Brand New Day, and that might be what they're kind of waiting on,
Hmm.
is releasing some of these titles because what Brand New Day is going to give away and tease for on the future as well.
Right.
But see, so last on the list for Marvel, if this is the longest one yet, Marvel may be giving Frank Castle a lot more room to do damage.
Yeah, so we know that Marvel does their special presentations, and the next one that we're expecting this year is the Punisher one-shot special. So this is the longest one yet. It's supposed to be a whole hour. It's going to be 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've experienced them anywhere from like 38 minutes up to like 52 minutes long or something like that.
Yeah, 54 was the
54,
the
okay, yeah.
one that, yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to think off the top of my head, but yeah, I'm glad Frank needs all the screen time he can get. I'm just saying, like it's never a bad time when you have Frank Castle on screen,
We don't know
especially
if he's
John
going to be
Bernthal.
in in Daredevil season 2, or even if he's
Yeah.
going to be in season 3. So we might even get more screen
I
time,
I got a feeling we won't see him in Daredevil season 2.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I think just because he's going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day and then immediately in the Punisher one shot, which I mean they can't go wrong with putting him in season 2, but that would be putting him on 3 things back to back to back. I don't know.
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's like when you see Daredevil on screen, you kind of like hope to always expect to see Punisher somewhere pop up, even if it's
Yeah.
like a little cameo. So. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that wraps us up for Marvel. So we'll hop on over to DC.
All right.
So when the star says the sequel is swinging bigger, that usually means this world is about to get a lot stranger.
Yeah, so in Batman 2, that's supposed to be coming out in October of next year, Robert Pattinson was teasing that it's going to be very different and it's going to be taking some big swings. As to what that could possibly mean, nobody knows. But I'm
And
excited
does it mean
because
anything?
it doesn't mean anything at this point, no, but
Yeah.
like at the same time, I'm like, all right, cool. Like at least
Yeah.
they're hyping it up,
Yeah.
especially because
Yeah.
of the move back of dates that we've constantly had. Um, I'm just ready to actually like see
I
it
don't. I don't
or
think.
see
I don't
something
think.
for it.
I don't think they're bullshitting. I think there is going to be some pretty cool creative stuff because I mean Matt Reeves has teased as well that they're going to do a villain on screen that's never been done in this style or way before.
Hmm.
And then for him to say that as well, and then we've been kind of covering this stuff with Dent lately.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's true. I think there's something behind that. I'm anxious to see this movie though. We have been
Yeah.
waiting 84 years. Uh,
It's been 84 years.
yeah, but man, I'm so ready. When is there? There's not even an expected release window for
N-
this, is there?
No, there is.
Is there?
I just didn't write it down. Yeah, my bad.
No, no, no. I was just
Give
trying to
me
think.
5 seconds. I will pull it up and figure it out. But I think we're supposed to get Penguin in this, right?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think it would make sense for us to see some scene of him. Him have some kind of stuff going on in the background. I don't
Hmm.
know how much we're going to, just for a simple fact, with him being so much in the first one and him having a show.
Yeah.
Um, but you just never, it's hard to know really what they're going to go and how much they're going to do with villains in this.
It, so this is supposed to be expected October 1st, 2027.
Okay. Whew, so long still.
Yeah, so October of next year.
Yeah.
It was the very 1st of October, but I don't know. We'll see if they actually keep that.
Yeah.
Something that I am excited for October of this year is Clayface. So.
Oh my God! Yes, 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 yes. I forgot about that. And I know we've been covering it, but like it slipped my momentarily.
Yeah.
It slipped my mind.
No, because
But
there's like so many things happening. Yeah, it
yeah,
makes sense.
this is a wild year for like film.
Oh my God, yeah.
But kind of continuing on with the news of Batman 2, when a row keeps circling major names, it kind of tells you the character may matter more than people realize.
So we were talking about Dent, and the last time we talked was that Daniel Craig is rumored to be Christopher
Hmm.
Dent. But we recently got a report that Robert De Niro actually turned down the role for Christopher Dent for Batman 2. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
so if they're
I
looking
mean,
at
he's
names like Daniel Craig and they approach Robert De Niro, you don't put names like that unless it's going to be a huge, huge part of the story, and that character's going to be a main person. So
that it's possible. Although there are cameos, that we get of
yeah,
big name actors and. But I don't know. I feel like this is going to have like a deeper meaning just because we are supposed to get Two-Face,
yeah,
Harvey Dent, and his whole backstory probably has a lot to do with his dad and his abusiveness towards him and
yeah.
making him into the man that he is. So yeah, I think that he will have a bigger role.
I'm excited to see this much background with Harvey Dent. I've always been a Two Face fan.
Yeah.
Absolutely love Two Face character ever since the '90s Batman animated series. But I think this is a pretty cool, new, fresh take on a lot of the background and lore we've never seen behind Two Face.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to see that. But yeah, that kind of wraps us up on DC. I think we got a couple things to do with Star Wars.
We do.
Though if Star Wars is giving Maul this kind of spotlight, they clearly think he can carry a whole new kind of chaos.
Dude, the trailer for Star Wars Maul Star Shadow Lord just came out,
Mm.
and this whole series is, or I don't know if it's a whole th series or if it's one episode at a time. It's supposed to come out on April 6th. But it looked so good.
It
Like it
does.
looks so good. And I'm like, "Oh man, I can't wait to actually watch this." I love Maul, like, and his like
Oh yeah.
whole story that we vaguely get to see. So the fact that we're like getting more of Maul, I'm like, yes, give me double lightsaber.
Yeah, so that is always I've always loved Maul, and like I got excited when we got to see him at in the Han Solo story.
Hmm.
I've always wanted more Maul. I thought he was gone way too quick in Episode 1, but he is a person that I have always wanted to do like a detailed cosplay of, but I've not been able
Ooh,
to do because like it would take so many hours of
yeah,
makeup
with the
and
yeah,
prosthetics and stuff. But I think that would be such a cool cosplay to do of him. He's such a cool character.
yeah.
He's probably he probably is my favorite Sith. If I had to pick one, he'd probably be
Mm-hmm.
my favorite Sith.
Hmm. Yeah. I think that like the way, so this art isn't like it's kind of reminiscent of like I guess like Clone Wars-ish, like the
Yeah.
older seasons of Clone Wars,
Hmm.
where it's very detailed and very like artistic, and I'm digging it.
Yeah. Same. Well, when is it? Oh, April 6th. You said.
Hmm.
Yep. Yeah. It's almost here. I mean, we just got what
Almost.
2 more weeks roughly.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah. So next on the list, it's one thing to hear Tom Cruise working on the set, but it's another to hear what kind of energy he brought with him.
Yeah, so Ryan Gosling during that interview that he talked about Ghost Rider, he also talked about Starfighter, and the fact that Tom Cruise was there on the one day of set that he wasn't actually on set for, and he was very upset about it. But he said that Tom Cruise apparently like flew in a helicopter, landed in the middle of set. They had to like stop the set because they heard the helicopter, stopped it. He landed, and immediately he started like shooting. He was like right up in it. Um, so I was like, that's really cool.
Sounds like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, yeah. So, May 28th, 2027 is when we're supposed to get Starfighter. I'm excited to see what kind of like scenes that Tom Cruise actually taped because he is like a really big action
Yeah.
movie star. And he does understand the directing and everything of
Oh
that.
yeah.
So,
And he's big about doing his own stunts. So I mean, like the
hmm,
guy's knowledge and experience is definitely there.
yeah,
But I'm excited for Starfighter. Another Ryan Gosling thing coming out. But Ryan
yeah,
Gosling, man, he's been on a roll lately. Like, bam, bam, bam.
yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we got for Star Wars. And we'll go ahead and jump on over to Educated Wish. So this episode takes one of the most real struggles people deal with and turns it into something uncomfortable, honest, and way too relatable.
So, shrinking, we've been talking about it for a while. We're going to be talking about season 3, episode 8, called The Depression Diet. Absolutely still enjoying the show.
Uh,
Everything about it is just like so real, so meaningful and deep. And, in this episode, you get to hear that Maya didn't make it, which was our biggest fear of like what was actually going to happen.
yeah.
Um, so the fact that it actually happened, you're like, oh man, because what's her face? The girl that is her therapist?
Gabby?
Gabby, thank you. Um, Gabby is like she's like on top of the world right now in this episode.
Mm,
She's like I'm cooking, like I'm doing all these things finally, and I'm finally doing the work that I've always wanted to do. She turned down Harrison Ford for like doing the center, like taking over the
trauma
center, and
center?
she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and she wants to create her own trauma center. And she's like, I'm doing all this work with Maya, and it's going really well, and I think I've finally broken through. And then that happens,
Yeah.
and you can't help but to just feel the, oh man, like she like, and that's kind of like how life goes, is
Yeah.
that like you're on top of the world, and you're like, yeah, nothing can stop me, and then the thing that you
Least
didn't
expect.
even have on your radar, right,
Yeah.
happens, and now you're gonna have to struggle to like figure out what to do next. Yeah, it's just it's a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for the next one though.
Same. We got what, 2 more episodes left? I
I
believe.
think
I
so.
think there's
Yeah.
usually 10. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is great. Man, it's crazy. Like the one thing happened, like you just said, and it made her kind of question now everything that she's had planned. Like,
Hmm.
do I even want to do this? We also get to see Jason Segel's character finally go on his a legitimate date, and that kind of didn't go as expected. Ended up counseling his date and her ex before it was all said and over with.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was a fun take. I don't know. There's a lot. Man, there's so much detachment and evolving. In under characters right now where they're at and kind of where they're coming to in this season.
Yeah.
All across the board, really. I'm not ready for whatever they got planned for Harrison Ford's character. I'm not ready. Pineapples. That's
Man,
all I'm
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
bro, I wasn't ready for
Yeah.
that.
I wasn't
Um,
ready.
I wasn't ready. But yeah, you definitely know that like something's gonna happen because he's doing this like support group, and
Mm.
um I mean, they're like all like fuck Parkinson's, but eventually
Yeah.
something's gonna happen to his character, and you don't know if it's gonna happen to his character or if it's gonna happen to like Michael J. Fox's character.
Mm.
Um, and that's
Well,
gonna
you.
like send him into a spiral or yeah.
Yeah. Well, like we start out in this season. He just starts out with a small trimmer, in one hand,
Hmm. Now
and
he's got
we're
both.
and now we're in both already. Like a few
He said
episodes
constant
later,
jazz hands.
I'm like, this is going downhill way too quick. I don't like this. Yeah, yeah, constant jazz hands. The humor that they find in this is like golly. Uh, but man, there's something else. Oh, we get to see where Liz has to finally detach herself from the baby and being in their lives so much and controlling everything too.
Yeah. And
Um,
then meeting Derek's mom, or
oh
like we
yeah,
get
yeah,
to meet
yeah,
Derek's mom,
yeah.
but like it's her like something ain't right, and then Gabby's like, yeah, something ain't right, she off.
Yeah, I love it. She does
um
like the fake compliments. And by the way, I mean it's not. I mean she's an iconic actress who's playing Derek's mom. It's Candice Bergen. She
okay.
played Murphy Brown. She had her own TV show back in the day. She's been around acting for a long, long, long time. I love that woman.
Hmm.
But yeah, I love all the jokes. Oh, horny Derek. They're like, I don't like horny Derek. Derek's complaining because he can't have sex for 6 to 8 weeks, not 8 weeks, because of his heart condition. And like
Right.
just the little jokes throughout this episode that he'll mention or whatever. Oh, it's so funny. Like I just can't get over once again just how well balanced the comedy in real emotion is in this. It's
Hmm.
it's so great. If you are not watching this, we'll say this every week. What are you doing with your life? Please start watching
Do
this.
better.
You will thank us later.
Right.
But yeah, speaking of other TV shows we're watching, so another TV episode we watched was kind of where chasing what you want finally starts costing something. And you can see exactly who's willing to push too far to get ahead.
So we're talking about DTF St. Louis episode 3. It's called The Go-Getter, which is named after the shake that you get to see his wife drinking. Dude, it's getting real because like they're like, no, she's
Yeah,
Strawberry Breeze, and you're like, nope, she just kept on getting the Go-Getter until like he showed up and she spent like
yeah.
$40
We're finding
in
out how
shakes.
much more psycho she is. Like,
Yeah, which was exactly what I was expecting. I was like, oh,
hmm
dude, what if she's just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and kept on getting more and more of those shakes,
yeah,
especially after they were like, no, she's Strawberry Breeze. I was like, oh no, she did this on purpose. She waited for him to respond with what kind of shake he likes so she could have that same shake and be like, yeah, the go-getter.
yeah. She
She's like
very. All
planned.
this has been premeditated. All
Yeah,
premeditated.
yeah.
And then the whole weird conversation she kept bringing about life insurance and stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
oh
she brought
my
up like three
god.
times, and like Jason Bateman's character is all like, I could help you out, and she's like, well, I can't know what you're helping out with, and I'm like, oh, you're trying to detach, girl. We know what that
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Oh, you murderous,
yeah,
you evil.
yeah. This is a weird ass show, but like it's got me hooked. Like, and when we finally get Jason Bateman to where they think that David Harbour was meeting gay men, but
hmm
that wasn't the case.
He
And then
thought it was a
finally,
girl.
yeah, and then Jason Bateman, finally speaks up for him and just talks about no, and then like God, I still feel so bad for David Harbour's character. Like you just want to give him a hug and tell him it's going to be okay, but
Yeah.
he's dead. So
Because he's just like such a nice guy that like
yeah,
even once he found out that it was a picture of David Bowie in Modern Love's like
yeah.
profile, that he was just like, "Oh, you're a man," and he just let
He still had
it
lunch
play
with him and
out.
talked. Yeah.
Exactly. And it seemed like that guy actually needed it. And and like after that, and he's like, I hope it's okay that I kiss you. And he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the part I'm like, you didn't have to be that nice, bro. But he's like, I didn't want him to feel insecure or whatever. I was like, it's just show how big his heart was though, as that person. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy to see. I can't. I love him in other stuff because Step Brothers. But the guy that plays the dad in Step Brothers, he's the one that's the detective on this. I hate how
Okay.
he's treating the other woman that he's working with, and like how he's like, "Oh, we got this wrapped up in this," and then she keeps breaking it down. I'm like, "Ha, ha!" But I can't stand his character though, and just how arrogant and egotistical he is.
I
But
think that at some point she is gonna make him realize that he's being a dickhead, and
yeah,
he's gonna be like, "Man,
you
I
don't know
need to
everything you
like
think
take
you
a step
know.
back." Yeah, like
Yeah,
I hope that that's eventually where this is leading to, because she is like breaking down the case to him, and because the detective is like so hell bent on Jason Bateman, and she's like, "Dude, the wife over here is like saying that she." Like it was Jason Bateman's character that was this entire time that started all of
yeah,
this, but she clearly
yeah.
was waiting for him at this smoothie at the Jamba Juice, um, waiting for his character like to
Mm,
come. Like she would get off of work and she just stayed there, or she missed a whole day of work
right.
and just was there the entire time waiting for his character to get there. And I was like, that is crazy.
Yeah, and like that. I keep wanting to call him Dobek because that's the name of Step Brothers. Do- Dobek, but I'm not gonna call him Dad. But anyways, uh, how he's like, oh, Jason Bateman's like, I loved him, and he's like, sex, and he's like, no, not sex, like like as a friend, he's just a really good guy. I'm like, good
Yeah.
God, it makes you wonder though how much that happens right in real life, how much of a narrative people want something to be, so they push it for that,
Mhm.
and then there's a
Yeah.
lot of truth that falls in
That's
between the
that.
cracks you never find out.
That's the confirmation bias type thing. Is that
Yeah,
like that group think or all of those like really big buzzwords that like psychiatrists think about? That when people are in that kind of environment, they're like they're just waiting for something to just like, oh, you loved him, so you must have been like fucking him. And he's like,
yeah,
whoa, no,
yeah.
like I was
Different kind of
clearly with his
love.
wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was just
oh,
a good
how
guy.
emotional it was also, once again, to David Harbour and like to his stepson and like the moments he shared with him. And then, they were talking and he's like, I like this much better than therapy, like we'll start doing
Yeah.
this. And he finally broke through to him. Like that was
hmm
that was such a great scene. Like,
It was.
yeah, crazy ass movie still, our show, but there's some really good things in this, and it will keep you on the edge of your seats, wondering
And
what's
on
going
your
to happen
toes.
in the next episode. Yeah, and on your toes, wondering what's going to happen in the next episode, and what's going to be uncovered.
Yeah.
But yeah. So another show that we are watching that I have finally got caught up on with you. So it starts off feeling kind of light and ridiculous, quickly turns into something way more awkward.
So we talked about it last week, but this week is Rooster episode 2. It's called Trousers, because Jamie Tart gets coffee spilled on his trousers, and has to like he doesn't have any clothes because, as you saw in the first episode, the
Mm,
entire house that he was living in got burnt down. Um, Man, I'm really enjoying this show. Like, I love
yeah,
the lightheartedness, but also like just I love Steve Carell. So I
yeah.
can't get enough of his acting. Um, and him trying to figure out like how to get his daughter to stay in the position that she is as a professor, and then he finally convinces her, gets in a cab, and he's like, "Well, see you Monday," and then closes the door and it drives away, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
She's like, wait,
he
what?
didn't know!" Yeah, and I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna get good," especially because the principal, he is like all about the drama. He's like,
So much about the
you're gonna give me
drama.
something, I'm gonna give like it's quid pro quo, man. You got to give me something before I give you
Yeah.
anything.
I
So
can't think
then,
of his name. He's from Scrubs, isn't he?
he's in other things as well because I've never
Yeah.
seen Scrubs, but I've seen him uh in other things that I cannot think about at this time.
His character
Um,
is a little much for me because but it's funny, right?
yeah,
But there's moments I'm like, my God, how many scenes are we going to get with this guy? Because he's just so over the top extra. He's so extra.
yeah.
How about that
I don't know.
cop too? By the way, I love. He's
He
like
keeps misplacing
his
his gun.
gun.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you
He's like,
doing?
hey, did you see my gun in the ice bath?
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like, how are you gonna just misplace your gun like all of
or
this
or
time?
I love this scene where him and her are left in his office and the cop's like, I'll be back. He comes back in and she's like, you're lucky he didn't leave his gun in here because I probably would kill you. And then literally he turns around,
He's
he's
like,
like,
"Oh, I
oh, I
did.
did leave my gun in here. And then he picks it
Good
up
thing
and
it's
he
not
drops
loaded."
it.
Oh my God,
Oh,
it's great. I think he is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, he was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think that's where I've also seen him. The
mm,
Walter, the principal.
hmm.
Um, I don't know, man. He's in a lot of
Comedies.
like yeah, a lot of yeah, different series
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
I do say like it throws me off a little bit, but I just like him in general, so it doesn't bother me. But to see Steve Carell play more of a serious role,
Yeah, but he still has that like lightheartedness about him.
no, he does. Yeah, I think that's just who he is as a person too.
Yeah.
I bet he's like that in real life. But I also love the part where the principal's like, we can't do favors unless, friends tell secrets. then he tells them, oh, oh girl, she found me charming, whatever. And then immediately she's like, you told him I threw myself onto you? Like,
And he's like, no, no, no. And then she was like, well, then Dylan said like, no, you said that I found you charming. And he was like, yeah, yeah, I
in a
did think that.
non-bragging
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. And she's like, go ahead, say it in a non-bragging way.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I totally was
I can't.
bragging. But then she's like, buy me breakfast, so
And he did.
yeah. But I think that's how that episode ended, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, well, how it ended was him getting into the cab and driving
Oh yeah, yeah,
away.
yeah. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm not going to make my call on it yet until I think
Mhm.
it probably ends the first
It hasn't
season.
caught your attention. It's
Yeah,
like the paper. Like the first couple of episodes, you're like,
yeah, yeah. And like then to finally see episode 3 hit, I was like, oh, I'm so in. But
guess what? Episode 3 is
nothing
tonight.
there's nothing bad about this. I will say that. Like I have nothing negative to say. Like I do love the comedy mixed in with the layers of kind of I guess lessons and like emotion
Mm.
with it. It just hasn't hooked me yet. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's all. I promise you, that's probably all going to change in this next episode.
you're probably right.
Because like now they're all like on the campus. Like it is
I will
real.
say it's amazing to see the guy that plays Jamie Tart from Ted Lasso play a completely different character, but somehow still plays a character that you can't freaking stand. I can't stand Jamie
Dude,
Tart, and I can't stand this character. And two
so
completely different guys.
what did you think about when Steve Carell's character Greg came and like ran into his room during the interview
Oh my
and
god, I
knocked him
love that.
out. He
Yeah.
didn't have pants on because he had no trousers that were clean. And oh my God, like, and then like Archie's face is now all like banged up,
Yeah.
and he goes to I think her name is Sunny, the girl that he got pregnant,
Yeah.
and he's like, I guess I'm gonna come live here now. And she like closes the door in his face, and then she opens it back up. She's like, see, I can be funny too, and lets him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love too how Steve Carell's daughter on there was like like she enjoyed that moment when he tackled him when he was on that news channel.
Hell yeah, man.
I like her his oh no,
Dynamic.
their dynamic. Yeah,
Mm,
I like that and the banter they get back and forth. But then like you can tell he just loves her. You know,
yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I do like that. But let's see. So in this universe, crossing the line usually means something massive is about to cross back.
So you finally got to catch up on Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. So you want to tell us about season 2, episode 4, Trespass?
Yeah, so I'll kind of like just kind of do a real vague over what's kind of happened since I started. It'd be real quick, but pretty much they, last time we talked when I'd watched it, they had got Kurt Russell's character through that portal, but then
Mm.
a Titan came through as well, and so pretty much we're going back and forth doing flashbacks. They are now chasing after it. Kurt Russell's kind of like taking over, but not taking over Monarch, to where there's a guy in lead, but then him and Kurt Russell's kind of like button heads, and he'll be like, "Well, this is the call you need to do," and then eventually he's like realizes, "Okay, this is the call I need to do." Uh, but then also we find out that the his good friends that he was good friends with, and then his wife, who you see them doing flashbacks with, and then she's here, but I think he's passed away, or he's
Mhm.
anyways. But anyways, come to find out, her and Kurt Russell had an affair, and
Oh.
it kind of shows in this one a flashback to where she wrote him a letter saying, "Hey, this would kill him. This happened one time. It doesn't need to happen again. Maybe in another life, we were meant to work out, or we were meant to be together. But I do love my guy, yada yada." But then it shows that her husband like was picking up stuff from where their kid was playing, and an envelope fell. He found it, and yeah, so like it's getting way more layers of depth than I expected on this one. Like
Okay.
going, and I
Yeah.
love the flashbacks to the present day. It's really
Hmm.
creative, but they do it in a very clean, structured way that it's easy to follow.
Hmm.
It's really really good. But yeah, so there's 4 episodes out. The Titan's sick. Titan, it's wild. Visuals on most of the visuals. There was one scene where I'm like, ugh. They cut corners a little bit on that shot. But overall, the visuals and CGI is really really good for a TV show.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that is Monarch Legacy of Monsters, season 2, 4 episodes. So yep, next show. This show never eases back in, and it usually comes out swinging and always leaves a giant mess behind.
So Invincible, season 4, episodes 1, 2, and 3 are currently out. Episode 4, it will be coming out on March 25th. And you said that you binge watched all 4 episodes. How did our boy Ross Marquand do? Was he in any of the episodes?
Yeah. So he plays a couple of characters in here. He plays the robot's voice, and then we had a short scene where I think he plays like a villain's voice. But
Mm.
yeah, yeah, the immortal he plays, he's not been in this yet. So I don't know if it's going to show him how far we're going to get in, if it's going to show him again or not. But
Mm.
man, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Have you watched Invincible ever?
I have. I need to catch up on season 3 because that's where I
Okay.
left off.
Yeah.
But I need, like, what I'm probably gonna end up doing is like rewatching all of season 3 into
Yeah.
season 4. So I'm probably not gonna be able to watch episode 4 when it comes out on March 25th. But by the time that I catch up, hopefully it'll be before it's over. We can talk about it. If not,
Yeah.
then I'll
There,
let you know what I think.
it's just as good and as strong as any of the other seasons prior. Like I mean, there's so much brutality and gore and
Yeah.
blood, but
So we get Eve back in this episode in
yeah.
season 4. Okay.
So Eve is actually going through a struggle right now. How she can kind of take like atoms and like pretty much make anything. But when
Hmm.
she forms something with her powers, it happens for a split second and it melts into a whole bunch of molecules. And
Ooh.
she's trying to figure out like what's going on. So she's having that
Mm.
issue. Mark is kind of in like a numb purgatory type thing. He's like just kind of existing, doing his
Mm.
job he needs to do. Like it's a pretty deep. This season's pretty deep and emotional, as in like, golly, there's so much stuff going on. But yeah, Invincible, it started off strong as always. It has never let me down since day one, and I don't think there's ever been a bad episode. So, but let's see. So this is something that's pretty big and exciting. The marketing alone feels like it's trying to remind everyone this isn't just a sequel; it's an event.
So Dune 3 also came out with a trailer a couple of days ago, and a couple of posters. And this
Yeah,
movie comes out on December 18th, the same day as Doomsday. And what I didn't realize is that Dune 3 actually has the whole entire like month of December from the 18th until the end of December of IMAX. Like, Doomsday can't even get into IMAX until January.
yeah.
So I didn't know that. I thought it was just like the first weekend or the first week that
Oh,
they had it.
okay. Oh,
And nope,
wow.
it's the entire time that
Oh,
they
wow.
have it. And I was like, damn, the trailer looks great,
Yeah.
because you get like Robert Pattinson in it. You get to see Florence Pugh, you get to see Zendaya,
Mm.
Jason Momoa, it's just kind of like Anya Taylor-Joy as well.
Yeah.
Um, it just like
It
it looks so
it
good.
does. How about these character posters? Like these were sick.
Yeah. Yeah, they really were. I really like the eyes thing that they kind of like focus on.
Yeah, I do
And
too.
everything like it's like it's serious, it's like it's about to get real. Also in
Yeah.
like the trailer, you get to see that they say it's like the final event of Dune, so they're not going to continue on after this third one. They're just going to end it
Yeah.
however it's going to end with them. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Are we supposed to still get a season 2 of The Prophecy? Okay.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that. I actually enjoyed that more than Dune, the first two movies. My
Yeah.
personal opinion. I think this third movie is going to be insanely good, though. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, the others were all right to me, but it's not like, oh man, I want to watch Dune again because it was so good, type thing.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
thought The Prophecy was better than the movies, what I've seen so far.
That is true actually. So no, I completely agree with you that Dune 1 and 2, they like I enjoyed them watching them in theaters and stuff, but I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
rewatched them.
yeah. Same.
When I watched Prophecy, I was in it. I was like, "Oh my God, what is gonna happen next?" Like I was really enthralled with the storytelling that they did.
Yeah, no, same. I kind of actually, it's funny. I didn't realize how much story there was in the Dune, like the books.
Yeah.
So my brother has read all the books, and we were actually talking about it yesterday, and I didn't realize like it goes into like Paul Atreides' grandson and becomes like all kinds of crazy stuff. I didn't realize how
Yeah.
in depth that storyline was.
Yeah. Apparently after the third one, Messiah, he came out with like six more books after that,
Oh
the
wow,
writer, but they kind of got like they went a little weird and off into the deep end, and he didn't
yeah,
know how to end it, so it just stopped writing, I think.
yeah.
Um,
I heard there's like
so
a character who's like half worm, half like human, and all
oh,
kinds of stuff too. Like it gets that
like
strange.
Jabba the Hutt?
I don't even know. I just heard it gets weird, like you said.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But yep. So sometimes the most surprising reboot news is when the comeback dies before it really begins.
So we were talking about the fact that Buffy the Vampire Slayer had a reboot coming. So they have now officially canceled it. So that is no longer happening.
Yeah, I remember us covering that like probably what 2 or 3 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, well, that didn't live long.
No. And I think that like sometimes they try to make reboots just happen because they're like,
Mm,
oh, the attention that it had back in the
yeah,
90s when it came out, like it
I
was
think
so
it's easy
good.
money, nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, or early 2000s was when I think it came out actually. But Yeah, I think that they realized they're like, well, we could do other things, so like
Yeah.
let's try to focus on that.
I think it's not. I think it's not a bad move. I mean, there's a huge cult following for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but I'm curious, like how many of those people would continue on. And then you always have to worry about when you bring back stuff like that. How's everybody going to react to it?
Hmm.
Is it going to live up to everybody's expectations? Because if not, they can burn it down real quick by their opinions if they
Yep,
don't agree with it. So,
that is true.
but yeah. So if the title means what it sounds like, this is going to probably be bigger and darker than what people expected.
So we get John Krasinski back with Jack Ryan. This movie's called Ghost War. It had a teaser
Yes.
trailer come out. This is coming out. It's a brand new movie coming out May 20th. Something that wasn't even on our radar, and I
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh, I'm so excited! It's gonna be a streaming movie that's gonna come to Prime, and I'm very excited for it."
Have you watched the 3 seasons of the show that leads up to this?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love John Krasinski. He can do no wrong. He's another actor I think can
yeah.
do no wrong. I love him as Jack Ryan though. So good.
Hmm. Yeah. And in this trailer, you get to see him talking with what's his face. Oh God, I can't even remember what his actual name is, his real actor name. But his like director buddy friend, that he was just like, I'm not coming back. And he's just like, welcome back. And he's like, I told you I'm not coming back. And then like the next scene that you get
Yeah.
to see is like him holding a weapon. And he's like, all right, yeah, I'm back.
He John Krasinski. I keep on calling him Jim Krasinski. But
Anyway,
yeah,
Jim.
such another versatile, I mean, person too. Like, I mean, just
Hmm.
between directing and writing, and then also the different characters. Oh, speaking of John Krasinski, so it's a trend on socials right now where it's like, hey, tell me what you were like in the '90s or whatever.
Oh, dude, I saw that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and then he actually went to the slideshow of Randall Park at a young age in the '90s.
Yep. And like posted a whole bunch of pictures of him. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
that was
I love
great.
that this joke from The Office about Asian
It's
Jim
still living.
has not died. Like it is still
Yes.
happening. And anytime I see Asian Jim like in any other movie, I'm like, hey, it's Asian Jim.
Or Agent Wu, if anybody don't understand from MCU. So,
Hmm. Yeah. He's still Asian
yeah,
Jim to me.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So adding a name like this usually means somebody is important, dangerous, or both just entered the story.
So The Last of Us, you were talking, you've seen season one and season two,
Hmm.
and season three is coming out eventually. And it just gained Patrick Wilson.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but they say he's actually going to be playing Abby's dad, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know if that's confirmed or what. I didn't do like a deep dive into it, but I did see. I think he's supposed to be playing Abby's dad, which makes sense because this season is going to be taking place from the mind and the eyes of Abby. And her dad is the one that got killed.
Mm.
That Joel killed, trying to save. Oh my God, Bella Ramsey's character.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm assuming like if he's in it, and if he is playing her dad, then it's obviously going to be flashbacks, and they may do like a little bit more of a backstory on her, before
Mm.
they get up to where they're at right now
Mm.
with season 3. And yeah, I love Patrick Wilson though. Like man, another great guy. I can't help but
Anytime I
not
see him, I think of
Conjuring.
yeah.
Yeah, same. Or Aquaman's brother.
No, he's always gonna be the Conjuring guy. But
Yeah.
yes, also him with blonde hair is just weird. That was
Yeah,
really weird.
and then also he's in the other one. Was it Insidious? I think is he the one in the Insidious movies?
He might be.
There's another long running horror movie run that he's into. I think it's Insidious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with a show like Severance, even a release update somehow feels like part of the mystery.
So we get an update about Severance season three from Adam Scott. He said that the filming is supposed to start in April, so just in a month, and hopefully we're going to get a June 2027 release date. We don't know for sure that's what it is going to be, but we know that they are going to start filming in April, and then based off of the timing of like how production happens, we're
Hmm.
expecting a June timeframe for it to release. I am
They need to
now on
hurry
the edge
up.
of my seat waiting for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
because now I've like binge watched all of it. Thank you for that. And now I
Yeah.
am also waiting.
And this is another show you've got time to get caught up on if you haven't watched it. Anybody out there, like, this is one that you definitely need to watch. Like, it's
Mhm.
so unique but so well written, and it's really good. And as we visited Hannibal last week, we actually came across in St. Louis a Lumen building. So
We did. Which we got to point out to Ming Chen when he was in the car with us. I was like, "Hey, look, there's a Lumen building."
yeah, which if anybody doesn't know, the building that the Lumen building from TV show Severance is, Ming actually does. I think it's weekly. Films a weekly podcast there with a group of people, which is
hmm
really really cool. And he actually cosplayed it as a Lumen employee. And then there ended up being a magazine pick his picture up and put it in a magazine with him
That's
cosplaying as a
funny.
Lumen employee. But
I
yep,
didn't know all of that.
yeah. But so this might be one of those sci-fi swings where the concept either carries the whole thing or crushes it, and we are going to give you our opinion this week.
Yes, I'm gonna try to be as
Spoiler
spoil
free,
free
yeah,
as possible because it had just came out.
and new.
It's new, yes. We got to see Project Hail Mary. Both of us saw it on
Yes.
Thursday, and we're gonna review it a little bit. I absolutely love this movie. I was so happy with it, with the physics that they really thought throughout it, and the alien that he gets introduced to is he calls it Rocky, and you get to see that in the trailer. But something that I didn't know that I got to find out about while I was doing a little bit of research about Project Hail Mary is that Rocky was actually a puppet rather than him being CGI.
I would have never
They
guessed
actually
that.
had puppeteers moving his appendages and everything. And I was just like, that is just like so awesome that
Yeah.
we've gotten back into puppeteering and stuff. Oh, my dogs are going crazy downstairs.
I don't hear him.
Yeah. But I absolutely really did enjoy this movie. AD and I watched it, and we both got out of the theater, and he looks at me and he's like, "I think that this is like the best movie that we've seen this year." And I was
Hmm.
just like, "Yeah, I could say that.
Hey.
It is a
Yeah.
really good movie. Really did enjoy it thus far. So we do have, Odyssey,
Yeah.
um,
I think it's the
and
best movie I've seen this year. I didn't think about that. I think you're right.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's only March, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it is absolutely just stunning. The visuals,
Oh yeah.
the thought process of like how everything happens is just, I really did enjoy it.
Yeah. I thought it was really unique. I thought it was well written, well thought together and put out, and like it's just really good. Man, I was kind of curious and a little nervous with it not having anything prior to it and it being a
Mm-hmm.
2 hour and 36-minute movie, but
Mm-hmm.
it was good. And I would see it with my son. He's 17. And he's not
Mm-hmm.
like a huge movie buff. He's very selective when he goes to the theaters to see movies. But he went to go see it with me because I just wanted to see it. And he actually walked out of it and was like, "That was really really good."
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
it's for all ages, really. I mean,
It really is. And something that I didn't know about until like I went to a lunch with my like coworkers. And while I was there, I had one of my coworkers and I were talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, did you read the book before going to go see the movie?" And I was like, "I didn't even know it was a book
I
until
didn't
you
either.
just said that."
I didn't either.
So apparently it very closely resembles the book, which makes me now want to go out and buy said book because I just really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just the thought process that went into it was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, it was really unique, the storytelling, like how they did the order of telling the story and how it
Hmm
started out and stuff. Um, but it leaves you, I'm not going to say like on the edge of your seat, but kind of on the edge of your seat, really to just be like, what's happening next? And then so for me, okay, I don't want to spoil it. Never mind. Dang. I was literally about to go into detail on something. So, anyways, it's really good. You should see it. If you love
Yes.
sci-fi, Ryan Gosling does a great job doing this. The
Hmm.
alien is a very different looking alien than what you expect. But it
Yes.
was really creative how they decided and figured out how to communicate together, and
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And then I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to spoil it. But then how it ended was so beautiful,
Wholesome is so
so wholesome, and
wholesome.
yeah, so wholesome and beautiful. Um, I loved it. It
Yeah.
was really good.
I was surprised that you didn't talk more about it, like, because like when I texted you and I was like, dude, that movie was good. I was
Yeah,
expecting you to just be like
yeah.
a whole like paragraph, and you just said nothing, and I was like, are you
Well,
waiting to
so
tell me?
in my mind, I actually was going to wait until this, but then I
Mhm.
forgot about it being spoiler free. So like now, I will
You
be
can talk
later
later.
talking to you, yeah, about it. Because I was like,
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
yeah. But yeah. So on to the next subject. So this first image alone is enough to tell you that this is not aiming for subtle.
Yeah, so we finally get our first look at Scarlett Johansson in Mike Flanagan's The Exorcist. Uh, dude, it looks she looks great. You get to see her without makeup and really just like
Yeah.
when when you're like thinking of a movie about exorcism, there it's not like pretty people that are like being exorcised.
Nah,
They're
they've been through
usually like going
it.
through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looks like she's
Um,
been through it too.
yeah. So it looks um pretty good. There was a couple of other photos as well with her. It just like
Okay.
had her standing next to like a detective or something, but
Hmm.
like you get to see like her whole outfit and stuff. But it looks
I'm
like
so
she is
excited for
disheveled.
this.
And yes, yeah.
I know you are, obviously.
Oh
But
yeah, I fucking love Mike Flanagan. And Scarlett Johansson, she can do some wrong, because I did not enjoy Jurassic World Rebirth, but
she can do no
um
wrong.
I don't know if it really wasn't her character that did anything wrong. I think it was just the
The
fact that I
writing,
was yeah, because there were so many holes in that movie, man.
yeah,
But anyway, um yeah, she looks like she is acting the hell out of this role.
yeah,
And I'm excited, really. I'm really excited to see this movie.
yeah. Same. Like I said, once again, Mike Flanagan can do no wrong. And then like when you have a director and a writer like him, but then you have
Yeah.
an actress and you get a team up like that, I cannot wait to see this. I guarantee it's going to be so good.
This isn't supposed to come out until 2027. So it's supposed to come out
Oh
March
dang,
12th, 2027.
oh year, jeez.
Ah, damn it.
Like excitement just
But
slightly went down.
nah, I'm still
No, yeah, I'm
excited.
so excited. It's just all these long waits.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when a title sounds that final, you start wondering whether this is an ending or one last escalation.
So Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, it had its run in theaters, is officially out onto Netflix now. And I still haven't seen it, because I haven't watched any of the Peaky Blinders, like anything,
It's
TV
on my
show.
list.
So yeah, it is on my list, but as everything just keeps coming out, I'm like, when do I have the time?
There is so much. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm struggling between work
Well, we already are watching now.
yeah, and like what we're watching now. It's like so much. And
Hmm.
and on I'm actually keeping up with stuff that came out that we're not even covering on here. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like there's a new. So I'm a big Yellowstone fan, and so they just had a spin-off series called Marshalls. That
Hmm.
is, I think we're just 2 episodes out. That's a weekly thing I'm watching. Also, Taylor Sheridan came out with new TV show called The Madison, which is with Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Hmm.
And I'm starting that today as well, on top of all these other shows we're covering on here. So yeah, but yeah. So let's see. So Disney just planted two major flags in 2028, and neither one of them is playing small.
So Pixar actually came out with an updated. Oh, hi Ariel. Um, she just ran up. Hi. Um, so Pixar just came out with an updated schedule as to the movies that are coming out. So their live action Lilo and Stitch 2 is going to be coming out May 26th of 2028, and Incredibles 3 now has a day of June 16th, 2028.
Both of what I want to see. I enjoyed the first Lilo and Stitch. There was people on both sides of the fence of it, but I actually enjoyed the movie, so I'm excited for
I
the
still
second one.
haven't seen it. I'm gonna be honest.
It's good. I think it's good. Um, and like there's enough callbacks to like the animated one that
Hmm.
I think it does it justice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've heard that they don't really follow the whole Ohana vibe of Lilo and Stitch, which makes me hesitant to watch
Yeah.
the live action.
So I have my own another time deep take on that. But
Okay.
anyways, yeah. Uh, yeah, because I think it's all about perception. But anyways,
Okay.
let's see. So the first image always matters with a character this iconic because fans decide instantly whether they buy it.
So we got our first live look at Sophie Turner as Lara Croft, which is the animated series that's coming out. And she looks really good, dude. Like she looks, oh, hello. She looks super like good with there's
Yeah.
like also one with her
So,
like in her like braided
oh
hair.
yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, like and then she also took a photo I think it was on Instagram of like her like six pack of like her working
Yeah.
out and
I see
stuff, and
that.
I was like, God damn, like
Yeah.
that
And
is
there's another photo I
crazy.
think of her like wielding the dual pistols too. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. She looks the part. So I'm actually more enticed to watch this now. I'm actually kind of a little bit more excited.
Yeah. No, I am. I'm gonna definitely give it a shot for sure. Plus,
Hmm.
Prime's been putting out good stuff. So
That's true.
honestly, whatever Prime puts out that looks slightly intriguing to me, I'm gonna give it a
Hmm.
shot.
Yeah,
I'm so, I am so ready for this next topic we're going to talk about. So
me too.
if the poster already has people talking, that franchise may still know exactly how to get attention.
So we're talking about Scary Movie 6. We talked about it last week that we got the trailer. We got an official poster on IG this past week, and I can't tell you how excited I am for this movie. I literally looked at AD after we got out of Project Hail Mary, and we were talking about the next movie that we were going to go
Yeah.
see in theaters and stuff. And I was like, just so you know, Scary Movie 6 is definitely on that list that we're going to
Oh,
go and
wait,
see.
definitely. I'm definitely seeing this in theaters.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those that you want to be with a giant group of people to hear the fan reactions, or I
Oh,
say fan,
yeah.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
audience
Audience
reactions,
reaction, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. And the trailer, I know we've already talked about it, man. The trailer's so solid. It's so offensive and so funny, like it should be. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
that is the kind of casting choice that makes you stop and ask what kind of movie the sequel is trying to really be.
So I didn't even know that we were getting a Minecraft 2
I
movie
did not either.
until I saw this. But Kristen Dunst, or Kirsten Dunst, has actually joined Minecraft 2 cast. So
There's
there's
that.
that. I don't know
We,
anything really still about this movie. Um,
I say watch the
other than
first
that, it's
one.
like, yeah.
I don't
Uh,
really want to, but
I have like no desire really to, but
same.
yeah. But I like her as like an actress.
Oh
She's
yeah,
she's
yeah,
great.
yeah. I do like her as an actress. Not my Mary Jane, but I do like her as an actress.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. So a renewal that quick usually means somebody behind the scenes really likes what they've got going on.
So there is a show out on HBO that comes out, I think, every Sunday, and it's called Neighbors. And it just really talks about like live, like people that are having disputes between their neighbors and like
Hmm.
different arguments and stuff about just stupid shit. But
I've never
it's
seen it.
really interesting. So this is like one of the shows that I've been watching as it comes out, and yeah, I can't wait for season 2 because like it's still coming out as we speak. There's only I think 5 or 6 episodes out right now. But it looks like it's been really enjoying to watch.
Yeah.
Just watching people be stupid, and then it makes me feel better about myself because I'm like, okay, well, I might not be the best of neighbors because I don't go knocking on doors and coming with like baked goods or anything.
Hmm.
But like I'm there if you need something. But I'm also like I keep to myself. But I
Right.
also don't like do things like the one that I just watched is about like this fence that they put up that the neighbor didn't like, so they were like tearing it down, and she had like a whole video evidence, and they were trying to get restraining orders on each other, and like it was
Golly.
going
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, it's absolutely like just crazy something to watch.
I have to check that out sometime then. But all right, last on our list for news. So that is either unexpectedly perfect casting, unexpectedly chaotic casting, or somehow both.
So Ben Kingsley and Nick Offerman have now joined the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 cast, which is something that we've been covering. Uh, and the last time we talked about it, what's her face, Bell? Kristen Bell?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Is that another Kristen? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kristen Bell just joined the cast as like Rose.
Hmm.
Um, so now like I absolutely love
I love
Nick
both of
Offerman's
them.
voice. And yeah, and Ben Kingsley is just awesome too. So I'm excited to see
I hope
their
we get
role
them
in
as.
this.
I'm pretty sure we're going. I don't think we're going to get them as like voices. I think we're going to get them as actors in theirs.
Okay,
I think, but I hope so anyways, because I love just seeing them on screen too. Like both of them
that's true.
are just hilarious, but they're also like great, both great actors on top of that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited. I love the Sonic movies. Like I've been very happy with the Sonic movies. So
That is true. They have been actually really good. Surprisingly good, honestly.
yeah. But yeah, that kind of wraps us up with all of our news this week and film and stuff. And now we're going to jump into some con spotlight.
Let's go.
All right, so this week's con spotlight is C2E2. This is in Chicago, Illinois, and it's March 27th through the 29th this weekend. Uh, I have been meaning to make it to this one. I've not been to this one specifically, but I know a lot of people that go, and
Hmm.
everybody always says this con is always a great time. Like it's always
Yeah.
great stuff going on, great panels, great actors, all kinds of stuff. It's pretty big. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so
packed.
yeah, we got some picks. We couldn't just do five this week because there's too many great names, and it was really hard just to even do seven. But we got seven. So yeah, so right off the bat, Charlie Cox himself, Daredevil. I mean, obviously, he's got a couple other shows recently that's came out as well. But
Hmm.
yeah, Charlie Cox. Who would not want to meet that guy? Then I would definitely have to meet this one. So I've got Charlie Cox's autograph, but I still never met him. But Elizabeth Olsen, none other than Wanda Maximoff herself, is going to also be there. And then we got Kristen Ritter, who is obviously known for Jessica Jones and Breaking Bad. Then we got Jan Grufford as the OG, or one of the OG Mr. Fantastics, Reed Richards from the
Yeah.
2004 Fantastic Four. Then we got Michael Chiklis, Big Grim, from same thing from the two movies Jan was in. Then we also have Mike Coulter, Luke Cage himself, which I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing him back on the big screen soon, or on screen soon. And then
Hmm.
we have the Queen, Susan Sarandon. This is actually, she just started doing cons this past year. She made her first con debut, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Uh, Regardless, at the latest, just she just started doing cons 1 to 2 years ago. That's it. So she's a new actress, a new face that's not been around doing cons a lot. That I would love to meet her. I would love to sit and listen to her talk in a panel, just
Oh
like
yeah.
over the highlights and moments of her career and stuff. Like God, she's got such a crazy portfolio. To say.
She really does.
Yeah, and so fun fact this week on Con Spotlight. there's a lot of great cons happening this coming weekend, so we couldn't just pick one. We kind of highlighted that one with pictures, but we'll just kind of verbally do honorable mentions for a couple of other great ones. Lexington Comic Con Toy Convention, it's in Kentucky. Michael Bean's going to be there. Peggy, a.k.a. Dogpool, is going to be there. Giancarlo Esposito, my man. I love that guy. One of the best panels you'll ever attend. I promise you, if you miss out, you're missing out on an important piece of life. Also, Christopher Lloyd is going to be there. Patrick Warburton and Lenore Zan is going to be there. So, man.
Stacked.
Stacked.
Also stacked.
And then obviously one of the largest cons in the nation, I want to say it's in the top 5 largest cons that's been known for a long time, is Planet Comic Con in Kansas. That is also this weekend, March 27th through 29th. Once again, stacked. But a couple of highlights who's going to be there: Elijah Wood, Sean Astin, Kiefer Sutherland, Jason Isaacs, William Shatner, Jared Padalecki, and Frank Grillo. Oh my God! Like,
you can't go wrong with any one of these cons.
No. I'm kind of glad I'm not able to attend any of them, because there would be so much money they would be taken from me. Like, because how do you pick one? Like
I don't know.
Or how do you even pick 2? Like,
yeah, I really don't know, because like the fact that they just overlap each other and like, dude, I don't know. It'll either be C2E2 or Planet Comic Con for me.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, man, because both of them are just like so good, and I'm just like, I have like so many things that I want to do.
C2E2 would probably be my first pick. I can't believe I'm saying this, because naturally it would be Planet Comic Con, just because of the size of it and how long it's been going. But with the certain names that's on C2E2's list, that's what would make it the prime pick for me if I had to pick one. Man.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, though, honestly, just because like you do have like Charlie Cox, Kristen Ritter, and Mike Coulter that are all going to be there. So I wonder if they're going to do like a Defenders panel or something, you know?
I don't know. I just straight looked about seeing if I can make a day trip to C2E2, because it's a 6-hour drive for me, right? But I just pulled my calendar up, and I'm going to be in Florida for my cousin's wedding, so there's no way.
Yep. I could have told you that.
Yeah, I forgot. I just got excited. Like, I'm sitting here just like reading it over and over, and I'm just getting super excited. And yeah, there's no way around that. So,
no.
But yeah, that's kind of wraps us up this week for Fandomentals. That was our con spotlight, our film and cinema news. But we'll catch everybody later. See you next week. Yeah, oh wait, no, I'm so sorry.
No, we will be doing it next week. It's just gonna be me doing a live.
Yeah, and you'll be covering the first 2 episodes of Daredevil. Oh, I am so not happy that I'm not going to be a part of this. Like, I will be...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I will be driving. I may have my son drive for me, so I can at least be in the comments.
I would appreciate that. Anybody that's in the comments, you know, I'm always willing to talk with y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week is our live. I'll definitely be here. It might just be my face on the screen. Probably will just be my face on the screen. And yeah, doing the do.
Doing the do. All right, until next time, I'll catch everybody.